Pisces, welcome into your new moon and Leo reading. I'm Lauren the Mystic here for a reading. We are going to tune into the theme of this new moon for you. We're going to take a look at the energies using tarot to see what's coming up for you, how you can work with your intentions very powerfully for this new moon energy to harness that energy of transformation and growth. We're also going to pull a few advice cards. So I'm so glad you joined me. Just a reminder, this is a general collective reading. It may not be your story. I do always recommend listening in for your sun, your moon, and your rising or ascendant signs to get the full picture. So welcome in, Pisces placements. If this video has come across your feed, that means there's a message here for you. So I welcome you in. I thank you in advance for liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It really, truly helps me to grow and tune into your energy more specifically. That being said, Pisces, you are coming in with the theme of this new moon reading being the moorland. This is a beautiful card. Card number 7. 7 might be a number of significance or importance to you. The moorland is all about accepting what is and letting go of any expectations that perhaps didn't go according to what you were hoping it would go to. Forgive my word fumbling. It is Mercury retrograde, so give a little grace with that. But it's about a situation or a circumstance or something going on in your life, perhaps within your sense of self, where you thought something was going to turn out a certain way and it just didn't. And so this is about accepting what is, and releasing those expectations that you may have been holding or carrying that have gotten in the way of you appreciating where you are right now on your journey, what is before you, what you have in this present moment, and releasing any expectations that you had that it be anything other than what is truly available to you. This is also about embracing a new sense of freedom, leaving behind the need to please others, or to sort of remove any masks that might be preventing your full, authentic experience or expression of what you truly want right now in your life. So let's pull some tarot and get some more about this energy of the moorland for you, Pisces. Okay, Pisces. Thanks for your patience in the transition there. I don't have one of those cameras yet, so we're just doing this the old-fashioned way, shifting my view for you. So let's dig into it. Spirit, show me Pisces, sun, moon, and rising, significant Pisces placement. Show me the energies of this new moon in Leo for Pisces and more about the moorland. Pisces, the moorland is, this beautiful energy, but what I feel is happening as we're getting into this is that there's some type of spiritual opening, some type of awakening experience that has to do with something not turning out the way that you hoped it would. And perhaps it's because and please don't shoot the messenger here, but the moorland has to do with following and taking action in life based on what you believe other people expect of you, rather than creating the life or writing the narrative that you wish to see. So let's see what's in the cards here. The moorland is really about this beautiful space, though, of, okay, so everything might not have worked out, Pisces. However, there is now this opportunity to recreate and to create based on what is true for you now. So there's also this energy with the moorland of a bit of shadow work, a bit of sidestepping the ego, and tuning in to what you truly deeply desire. Yeah, we've got these cards kind of showing up here, confirming what we were just talking about. And I'm being guided to truly get all of your cards out before we dive deeply. But how the energy is showing up right now, what I'm seeing for you, Pisces, is Six of Pentacles, an opportunity. But I feel like this is you, that the opportunity is to create the version where you're radiant, where it feels balanced to you, it feels good, it feels like a good investment, and it brings you vitality and joy. And there's this energy on deck of, as I said, some shadow work, facing your fears, facing the duality of you, the light and the dark, being guided, but knowing that those fears that perhaps have held you back in the past, what is underneath the fear is the space where you need to be loved the most, Pisces. And so what is that for you? Is it a fear of abandonment, of not feeling good enough, that love will never last, or that you won't be chosen, you won't be the chosen one, or something along those lines? These typically have to do with our childhood wounding. And what can happen is that we can then carry that into situations. And maybe what we were doing here in the moorland is living from a space of what we thought we were supposed to be doing, and that could have created resentments, that could have created anger, hurt, frustrations, feelings of betrayal, feelings of abandonment, backstabbing. The Ten of Swords is accumulated over time, and it's very difficult energy to process. And I feel like this Ten of Swords is both within and without. The ways in which you might have even deceived yourself in order to do what you thought other people wanted you to do. With the King of Pentacles energy, this is about you stepping into, in this particular deck, this King of Pentacles is very magnanimous, is very charismatic and magnetic, gives a lot of energy like the King of Swords to me, kind of, because this King of Pentacles, it operates a little bit differently in that I feel like this King of Pentacles is drawing all of the opportunities to him based on his vibration. So it's sort of getting your own vibratory frequency right, and then knowing that when you're in that space, everything aligned to you is just naturally falling into place for you. And with the Emperor energy, oh, okay, guys, so sorry. My dog just went crazy, but I feel like that was a confirmation that I was basically on the right track. You're trying to gain this sense of a fair sense of authority, not abusing this idea of power and control, sort of like you're not allowing your fears to control your actions. You're not allowing your fears to control how you are operating in your energy. And this is true for you, regardless of gender, okay? We're talking about energies here, and we all have divine masculine, divine feminine energies within us. So this is the need to be the authority, standing in your power, but also having to face fears, heal and process and move past the Ten of Swords so that your vibratory frequency is right and what you're doing is attracting everything to you. So as we continue on, Pisces, I want to show you this. Under the deck is the Empress. So this is the underlying energy for all of this, what is shown up. So I feel like it's something that you've been nurturing, that you've been working to tend to grow over time, that maybe didn't go according to plan here with the moorland. So it didn't really go according to plan. Things didn't work out exactly the way that you had hoped, right? And underneath um, your guidance, and as far as your intentions and where you can, how you can work with the energy of the moon, we've got the 7 of earth, which is talking about, it has to do with how you've invested your energy over time, how you've planted your seeds, and how maybe you might be feeling this pause of movement. And this is spirit saying, don't try not to spin your wheels in a space of worry. Rather, here's the advice, right? So, with the 6 of Pentacles, which is where you want to, I feel like, bring balance into your investment, into what you're nurturing, what you're growing, what you're really looking for is to set some intentions. You know, this is the 4 of Fire card, which is the 4 of Swords, and it's about balance, peace, contentment, abundant, a happy home, successful completion of a project. So, focusing your intentions on really watering the grass and the opportunity that you've been granted that lies right in the palm of your hand. It's as if there was something in the palm of your hand that hasn't properly grown and found its balance. And so the opportunity with this energy is to truly and firmly focus on bringing your mental energetic consciousness and to setting those intentions about balance, about a happy home, about the success coming through, about the contentment, the joy, the peace, whatever it is you are trying to bring more of into the situation. Okay. And then with the fear card, the fear, again, like I told you, it's a lot to do with kind of like that ego facing all parts of ourselves, the light and the dark, both at the same time, and embracing that wholeness, um, but not allowing our fear to drive our action steps along the way of our path, the path that we're taking. But instead, we allow the light to inform our path ahead. And you can see, if we zoom in, there's 2 pathways that kind of merge off for this person to take. One is informed by the light, the other is informed by fear and the stormy nature of anxiety, worry, emotional distress kind of within. And so the guidance card here to work with this energy is the Knight of Earth, which is very similar to the Knight of Pentacles. It's about really doubling down on how you can stand in your truth, how you can be loyal, how you can show up as dedicated, honorable, kind-hearted, really working on honoring your commitments. So, this is about honoring your commitments, but this is also a card of protection, that you have a guardian angel here to guide you on that path through facing your fear surrounding commitment. So, this could be a fear of fully committing, a fear of um, what that might mean. Perhaps it might feel vulnerable, but it seems like there's an action step here to take. Did I say king earlier, guys? This is Knight of Earth. So it's movement based and it's very tangible. So tangibly taking action steps to honor your commitment, to follow your own loyal heart, your own sense of honor, your own sense of showing up with dedication, with kindness, right? And perhaps there has been some shadow energies to work through this. So, Spirit's guiding you that you don't have to allow other people to decide what that role means for you, that you actually get to decide to create what that means for you. And you're standing up in your own tangible 3D physicality, embodying the energies that are right, just, and true for you. And as you do that, you're honoring yourself and you're honoring the other person by being able to show your true self, right? Whatever that might mean. Even if you think it might upset someone, or maybe it's not how someone hopes that you would be, right? Um, you're being kind of like dishonest if you're not showing up in your authenticity. And I think that's the message here with this card. With the Ten of Swords, we've got the Hermit energy. So, about continuing to work with that shadow energy, continuing to process feelings of pain, feelings of hurt, feelings of guilt, remorse, sadness, betrayal, loss, the things that did not work out according to plan that have deeply hurt your heart. Going into hermit mode is a very powerful alchemical state. And here at the center of the read with the Ten of Swords tells me that this is still very present in your energy, Pisces. And it's still very much something that you need to continue processing, that you need to spend that time getting quiet, going within, journaling, reflecting. Um, this is you working with your own vibratory frequency, but it's also listening into guidance, listening into the wisdom that then flows in through your heart as you finally allow yourself to still. And when you get still enough, sometimes what will happen is we'll have the insight that we need to help us process through what might have led to our own participation, whether that was that we didn't, um, going back to our example that we kind of used earlier, just for ease's sake, if there is inner child wounding, for example, perhaps there was a feeling of not being good enough. And so there was this sense of people pleasing that the Moorland is talking about, stepping into a role that someone that you thought through your own mind, you thought you were supposed to play or step into, but maybe that wasn't exactly true for you. And so Spirit is saying you have this opportunity to powerfully transform what is now your truth, right? By going within and doing this work, taking the time to reflect on who maybe you were, how you were showing up, but who you really want to be, or what is actually true for you, and how, if you step into that, that's likely to bring forward this balance that you're seeking in the situation. Moving on to the King of Pentacles here, we've got release, the card of release. This is card number 13. This is the end of a phase or a situation. It's really about transformation, spiritual transformation. What I feel like is being released is the shadows and the fears, potentially, that have held you back from standing in your truth. And as you go within and contemplate and reflect on how much this has not only hurt you, but likely other people involved in the situation, or perhaps it's the other way around and other people have hurt you, and acted poorly, and that has also hurt them by having done that. Um, Sorry about tripping over my words. It's Mercury retrograde. What can I say? The words aren't wording perfectly. But with the release card, I'm feeling this, like it says here, a time to move on, end of a phase or situation, and spiritual transformation. But I feel like it's a leveling up as you do this shadow work. What you're doing here is you're rising into this vibration of the King of Pentacles that I was talking about. And look at the image. You can see how this character is sparkling with magnetism, and that is just naturally drawing in everything, all the abundance that this particular king needs. Um, Very tangible abundance. And so as you release these fears, the pains of the past, the things that have hurt you, as you apply the forgiveness, not for the situation necessarily, but for your own self, to set your own self free of whatever this Ten of Swords energy has been related to the theme of the moorlands and something not going according to plan. I mean, this feels very deep, but it feels like there's this opportunity for transformation. So, whether that's to transform within something or to entirely embrace a new chapter, that's up to you in your unique situation. And this is just a general reading. Pisces, if you would like a personal on that note, I will drop a link below where you can reach out to me and do so. And I would absolutely love if you did. But we've got this opportunity to truly transform and release. And so, how can you set your intentions? Whether, even if it's like unknown to you, you can create an intention to release any energies of the past, known or unknown to you, that is holding you back from stepping into fully embodying this King of Pentacles energy that is very important. It's King of Pentacles and the Emperor here. And so I feel like as that release happens, what is also taking place is not only are you raising your frequency and your vibration and you're beginning to attract everything to you that is meant for you, you're also stepping into this sense of power and authority over your happiness, I just heard, over your entire life, your legacy, what you want to build here with that emperor, energy. And then we've got the Queen of Fire. So this is really embracing that charismatic divine feminine quality. So this could very much be a spiritual awakening where the divine feminine and masculine energies within yourself are coming into balance, right? That something maybe was out of balance. The Queen of Fire also represents really stretching your wings, being confident, being assertive, but also graceful and intelligent and warm at the same time. You know, just being magnanimous within your energy and not necessarily having to do anything other than show up and allow yourself to be seen. And by doing that, by spreading your wings, allowing your energy to be fully received, that is what truly kind of draws all of the opportunities and everything to you and puts you into that feeling of, I'm in a sense of balance. I'm no longer controlled by my fears, but I feel good about who I am and what I have to offer. This is you also being very creative, and asserting your independence within something. So, where do you want to spread your wings right now? Where would you like to have more balance, more warmth over how you balance the idea of power and authority in your life, Pisces? All right, your advice and guidance from Spirit is, again, confidence is your key to success. This is, you guys, look, it's the new moon in Leo card. So something very important right now about you stepping into your confidence, feeling worthy, feeling good enough for the life that you want to live here, Pisces. Feeling good enough to receive. Yeah, and then we've got Min Tonkin. This card is kind of one of those ambiguous cards, but it's a card about a longing for home, or a longing for a belonging, or a longing for a love, or a longing for a tribe or a group or a people where you feel like you're being seen. This is a card indicating that there's something here where you are really healing lineage. You are a healer and you bring that to other people. You're one of the original light workers. All right, and then we've got Inner Temple. Pisces, inner temple. So again, that hermit energy, loud and clear, go within to the inner temple, tune into a state of devotion. You know, we had that devoted energy here too with the Knight of Earth, devoted work on self, devoted time where you turn your attention inward, you tune into the portal of your own heart space, and you listen and you allow yourself to discover who you are now, discover what you want to nurture and grow now. And those seeds of the past, well planted, those can be shifted, right? Those can continue to yield fruit for you. But this is an opportunity for transformation, for release, and for you to really step into your power. But it does really involve facing some shadow work that's in relationship to a sense of people pleasing, some inner child healing, some healing from relationships from the past. So I hope that this has been helpful for you, Pisces. I hope it's given you good, informative food for thought. If you have gotten some goodness out of this reading, I'd really love if you hit that like button and that subscription button. Truly helps me. It's free for you to do. Supports my growth, supports the channel. I'm wishing you the very best new moon in Leo, and until next time, I'll see you then.